real estate has long been a traditional way many of us were able to achieve financial freedom. Even today, despite all the alternatives that's available, many are still turning to real estate as a way to generate wealth and achieve their dreams. Whether it is purchasing a rental property, whether it is purchasing a vacation home, investors are looking for ways that they can build up their portfolio while increasing cash value and limiting the amount of taxes that they have to pay. One opportunity has been gaining popularity, and that is real estate investors are using a particular type of life insurance to leverage more of their wealth and build up their investment portfolio. We're going to look at how whole life insurance becoming popular for real estate investors to leverage more of their investment portfolio. But first, make sure to hit a like, subscribe, or drop a comment down below if you want to show the channel some love. In case you haven't met me before, my name is Leon Mann. I'm a licensed wealth consultant with Money Assist Financial. And what I do, I help hardworking individuals add that additional multiple 6 to 7 figures to their retirement portfolio. And I also help them to protect the hard-earned money during retirement. Now, how does whole life insurance work with real estate investing? Well, there's a particular type of life insurance known as participating whole life insurance. The reason being is that the cash value, it is more guaranteed. And also, imagine having a policy in which you're buying into shares of that company. So you're not only a policy holder, but you're also a shareholder. So you're also going to be getting dividends on top of the cash value being accumulated. And real estate investors are realizing that this is another way that they can leverage their investments because it is readily available. Why is it important? Simply because when you go to the bank, you have a lot of documentation and paperwork you have to show before you're able to receive your funds. And many investors, they do not want to tap into their life savings or sell investments that they have when they can borrow now against their own life insurance policy. You can do so. You do not have to pay back when you borrow. And on top of that, your life insurance policy keeps on growing. Every time that you pay the premiums, you're also gaining cash value. So in a way, it's really a win-win situation for you as an investor. Another thing is diversification. Diversification is huge because many investors have all of their funds tied up in assets, and they're looking for another way that they can get funds without having to be related to the stock market, because the stock market can be very volatile, while a life insurance now presents a more guaranteed way that you can tap into this and take out the funds as needed, right? So when it comes to diversification, it's just like another asset, meaning your cash value whole life insurance policy. Third is estate planning. You see, many investors are surprised by the amount of taxes that you're gonna have to pay, especially if you have multiple properties. You're gonna be having to pay a lot of taxes when someone passes away. Now, with a life insurance policy, it provides tax-free funds that you can use to cover this. You can pay the taxes, you can equalize the inheritance amongst your loved ones or beneficiary, and you can preserve your legacy and investment properties to go on from one generation down to the next generation, right? So when it comes to this can be a pretty big thing, because many times to pay for the taxes, you may have to sell a couple of properties. But when you have life insurance preserve this, because you may not have to sell anything, but you can pay the taxes, right? At the end of it, Investors want something that is safe. This is not the right type of product for everyone. For example, you have to have long-term commitment, and the premiums are usually more expensive in a participating whole life insurance policy compared to, let's say, a term insurance policy. So the best people to use this are the ones who have a steady cash flow, who have a good emergency fund, and who wants to preserve their long-term wealth with another type of asset. You can look at them as having multiple purposes. For example, if you look at real estate, the asset appreciates, and you could also have a cash flow. A business, you can have cash flow, and you can also build up your equity. Now, with a permanent participating whole life insurance policy, you also have protection, you have the accumulated value of the insurance over time, and you also have a way for it to at least preserve more of your legacy in estate planning. Remember, there's many different purposes, but in all, they all come down to one thing, right? Now, if you are, for example, like a real estate investor, but you want to make sure that every dollar that you put into your investments, you want to make sure it is aligned with your assets so that you can have a long-term portfolio and you can preserve more of your legacy, by the way, right? Now, if you have any questions with regards to participating whole life insurance policy, you can also feel free to reach out to me. I will provide, by the way, the link in the description below in terms of my website. You can also reach out. And if you love videos as it relates to money, wealth building, and financial strategies, follow for more. I thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, I will see you in the next episode. Peace and love.